Good morning, everybody. It's Chrissy from Knittin in the Heights. Yeah, my cats decided to wake me up at 3:45 this morning. And I promptly fell back asleep at about 5:57, and the alarm went off at 6. Can't win. And then I got a phone call from Gabe's bus. They're gonna be late. They have no idea where the bus is. Bus is not returned from where it's supposed to come from. So I told them if they're not here by 7:20, taking Gabe on the train. I need to check the train schedules today because yesterday, taking an hour to go from my house to Times Square is ridiculous when you're supposed to be on an express train. So I think the fastest I've actually made it from my place to Times Square is under 20 minutes. So let me explain. So there are local trains and express trains. The local trains make all the stops. Okay, so every single stop on that line. And an express train skips stops. And the express train from 168th Street down to 42nd Street basically skips everything between the top of Central Park and the bottom of Central Park. So basically, I think 125th, which is deep in Harlem, actually. It's like where the Apollo is. 125th Street is like the last stop before you get to 59th Street. And 59th Street is the southern edge of Central Park. So like, it doesn't even like stop right at the northern edge of Central Park, because Central Park North is like around 110th Street. So it skips a ton of stops, which means the speeds can go higher. When I say go higher, they probably go around 20 miles an hour. It's not really that fast, but it really does save a lot of time because you're not stopping. There is a thing called there is a New York time thing, like where, if your friend says they're like 2 stops away, it's about 12 minutes away, typically, because that's how long it takes to get from stop to stop. Yeah. So I don't know. It's been kind of an interesting 24 hours with travel. Coming home was okay. It just took a while for the A train to get there. And thank God it was going express, from 59th Street. Oh, sorry. I'm just really tired today. But yeah, yesterday morning was kind of a pain, to be honest. So Gabe is back to sleep. I made sure he was dressed. He is dressed. He has to go back to sleep. So I'm going to give him a few more minutes. We're going to grab something on the way out, some toast or something for him to eat. I need to put his snack in his bag, for today. And yeah, last night he had a rough night at home last night, and I'm not quite sure why. Anyhow, I've been trying to get an appointment with his pediatrician, but every time I call, I get put on hold and it times out and the thing hangs up on me. I've called multiple times. So then I tried doing an appointment on the computer, because you can do virtual, like you can actually set up an appointment through their online system. Did that and their form is broken. So yeah, the joys of living in a modern society. I kind of just want to be able to call, like have the good old fashioned doc just come to my house and tell me what the heck is going on. But whatever, it's fine. Today I am heading to work in just a few minutes after I take Gabriel to school. Because let's face it, I'm taking Gabriel to school again. If time, as long as the trains don't go crazy, I'm actually going to there's another Hell's Kitchen haunted site I found. So I'll take you there. And then today is all about so we have about 20 teaching artists coming in for their orientation for the year. Most of them are new. So today is about half the day is onboarding new teaching artists. And then, because I'm splitting that function with somebody else who runs teaching artist training, I do the afternoon and I do the HR stuff with our HR system. But then the rest of the day, I'm working on curriculum. I have to build out some more curriculum to get it done. Yeah. So anyhow, that's the plan for today. And yeah, I'm looking forward to this being a shorter week at work for me. Yeah, it's been a little stressful at work. Tends to get stressful around our board meetings, and right now our board meeting is coming up. So anyhow, we're just going to ride that wave. So on Friday, I'm off because I'm getting 3 vaccines. I'm getting COVID, flu, and shingles. When Gabriel was a newborn, he was born in November, so his birthday's coming up. But I think it was in May of the following year. I had lots of complications following Gabriel's birth and during the end of my pregnancy with him. I got sick and I couldn't figure out what was going on. It turns out I had shingles. So they put me on an antiviral that I was deathly allergic to. That was interesting. So I had shingles and I was trying to recover from severe anaphylaxis. Like, I was in the hospital for 5 days on IV steroids so I could breathe. That's what I mean by deathly ill. Like, they put me in the pulmonary ward because they didn't know where to put me, because they don't have a ward for just like food allergies and drug allergies. So because breathing was my biggest issue, and I had to have steroids and I had to have breathing treatments constantly for, I was there for 7 days before I could go home and be on oral steroids. So yeah. So yeah, I need to make sure I don't get shingles. That's basically what I'm saying, because the medicine for both shingles and actually, because I am so allergic to this antiviral, I'm reticent to try any other antivirals. So if I do get COVID, like the COVID medications, I would be hesitant to take it just because of my reaction to what happened with the other antiviral. Yes, I understand there are multiple classes of antivirals, just like there are antibiotics. But, if I can recover on my own, I'll recover on my own, Anyhow, I'm going to open my witch's stocking for today. And let's see. I only have 2 more left. So day 11. And let's see where we're at. Come out. Ooh, I'm starting to see the color. Oh, wow. Whoa. That's cool. It's like that red and purple going into the hot pink. Very cool. Yeah, this is going to make a really cool addition to the color collection. Anyhow, I hope you guys are having a great day. Thank you so much for joining me. I will also say thank you again to all the new subscribers. Thank you to those that are posting stuff on my comments. That's great. I saw that Suzanne from Green Lampkin Yarn and Mel from Mad Madam Mel have both subscribed to my channel since I gave them shout outs. That's actually really cool. And Suzanne, if you do watch this at some point, just know I am so looking forward to the advent calendar for Christmas time. I love your yarn. Yeah, I'm just really, really excited for that. So yeah. Anyhow, a couple other podcasts that I do watch. I just wanted to shout a couple more people out. APL Crafts, Apple Crafts, Alicia. I have been watching her Vlogtober. Yeah, I like watching her podcast. I know she watches this podcast, so thanks again for watching, Alicia, and your knits are always beautiful. I've been watching Martin from the Knit 365 blog. Martin's hilarious, first of all. He's really funny, especially the shenanigans he gets up with his partner. Yeah, he's really cool. What's really interesting is like how in every October he really does this deep dive into the Stephen West knit along. And I will say this year it's an interesting year for Stephen West knit along. I am not doing the knit along this year. I love Stephen's patterns. I love his aesthetic. I have tried to do the knit along for the last 2 years. Yeah, 2 years. And October is one of the busiest months of the year for me. So it's not always conducive to me finishing. So I haven't finished one yet. One I decided to turn, like I basically reclaimed the yarn. That's how I got my So Faded sweater this last time. And the one from last year, I am going to finish it. It is actually a present for somebody. It's on my to finish list. So it's one of those things I'll be picking up again soon. So anyhow, I have been watching, I do have plans to watch quite a few other Vlogtobers, probably in November. Spread out the wealth, you know. It's okay to come back to people in November. It's just not the same day. I am a fan of actually watching people's Vlogtobers and Vlogmases when it's not Vlogtober and Vlogmas, actually. Yeah, so there's quite a few people I'll be watching during that time period. I'll actually need to catch up on Bakery Bears episodes because with Vlogtober filming and editing, I haven't seen them for like a month, basically. So I will watch them. Other than that, yeah, that's kind of what's going on right now. Sleepy girl, gotta wake up a sleepy kid and get him ready for school. All right, I'll see you all later. Hi, everybody. I am home after a long day at work. Yeah. Gabe, to get him to eat, I'm going to just get him some chicken and fries delivered from a fast food joint because he needs to eat something. He has not been eating enough. So I want to make sure he can sleep really well tonight. So if I fill his belly full, he'll eat enough. So yeah, so we're doing that. And yeah, just got home a few minutes ago. And I was thinking to myself, one of the strange things about living in New York is when you commute on the train, typically when you're going to work and from work, you can literally hear a pin drop on most trains. It is such a strange thing that in New York, like with all the noise you always constantly have going on in the city, the trains literally can be the quietest places, even when they're packed full of people. Like you might hear a little bit of somebody's earphones or earbuds. And yes, you do get people that are talking loud sometimes, or you do get people that'll play their music or whatever. But by and large, commuters, especially like on these express trains, like on the A train and stuff, man, it's just silent. And I was thinking how like interesting that is given just the hustle and bustle of every day typically in New York. So anyway, those are some musings just to think about things. So tonight I am going to try to get things done pretty early around the house. I need to really quickly run to go grab our laundry. In fact, I think I'm going to do that right now after this, before they deliver the food, because it's around the corner. It'll take me less than 5 minutes to pick up. So I need to go get my laundry. And then I'm just going to do some video editing, which shouldn't take me very long at all. And yeah, I'm hoping by 7:30 or so to kind of be in PJs and just starting to relax and wind down so that Gabe and I can get a good night's sleep tonight and just relax. Yeah, because tomorrow's another day and it's another New York City day. Anyhow, I want to thank you guys so much for joining me. I do plan on knitting tonight. Last night I knit on my Halloween socks for a couple rounds. That's about all I could handle last night. But tonight I do hope, I'll see how my attention span is. If I have no attention, it's the Halloween vanilla Franken socks. If my attention span is there, I might go back to my Moonlit Magic mitts. We shall see. I don't want to do anything that's going to jeopardize those mitts and make me frog back anything. So I'll just see how I'm feeling. I'm feeling pretty tired right now, so I'm thinking the socks might win out. Well, I just got off the phone with Colleen and her little sister Aubrey. So that's Colleen's half sister. They have placed their Christmas knitting orders. I was just casually asking Colleen what she wanted for Christmas, and she said, I want a VR headset. And I looked it up. I'm like, yeah, you're not getting that. I'm not spending $300 on you for this because I know it's just not going to last. But anyway, they've actually placed what they want me to knit for them, that's actually fine. I'm happy to do that. So Colleen has ordered a blue whale, which I can use stash yarn for, which is great. And little Aubrey has ordered a kitty cat with pink cheeks that I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to do pink cheeks. I'm not going to do intarsia or anything like that. I might just do some embroidery and do like little pink circles somewhere on the cheeks to make it cute. I'm planning on doing the Swaddle Pals by Susan B. Anderson for the little kitty cat. And for Colleen's whale, let me look up the one I chose. They're both really cute patterns, and they're going to be able to be done with some stash yarn. I'm just going to use, you're supposed to use sport weight for the Susan B. Anderson one, sorry. Susan B. Anderson. But I am totally just going to use fingering weight and use smaller needles. It's fine. The whale is called Whale by Annie On. And it looks very simple. I think that it's like a weekend project. So yeah, we're going to put that on the to-do list along with Gabriel's hat. Yeah, I just find it funny that they're like putting in their knitting orders. At least they know to do it now. They're so cute. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoy the rest of this vlog. You're going to actually go to a haunted site. That's not in Greenwich Village. I was able to hit a haunted site on my way to work. On the corner of 11th Avenue and 46th Street in Hell's Kitchen, there sits a historic tavern. This tavern is called the Landmark Tavern, and it opened in 1868. When the tavern originally opened, the Hudson River was only 1 block over. In the 1860s and 1870s, this specific neighborhood was full of Irish immigrants, and it catered to mostly men that worked on the docks for the Hudson River. And even until recently in the 1980s, it was a favorite of one of the Irish gangs in New York City. Now, there's a lot of locals and tourists that frequent this pub, and there are 3 ghosts that live in this building. The first is the spirit of George Raft. This is a guy who grew up in Hell's Kitchen. He became an actor, went to Hollywood, and played a bunch of tough guys. His ghost is said to haunt the bar area, along with that of a Confederate Civil War veteran who was knifed in a fight, and he ended up dying in a 2nd floor bathtub that's still there. Finally, the third ghost is a young girl who died of tuberculosis on the 3rd floor. People have seen apparitions of all 3 ghosts in the building.